Whoa. Well, welcome to Tough Crowd. See what? That's the parents coming out of the screening of Real Cancun after they saw their kids. Now, what are we going to do about Islamic extremists? If I was going to fix Islam, if somebody wants a solution, I'd say, first of all, you can quote the Quran, but you can't keep using it as a how-to book. And the opening page has more violence than the first 2 seasons of Sopranos. Let's face the facts. Number 2, lose the stuff about the women, okay? We all want to treat all women as second-class citizens, but could you do it like we do so they think it's their choice? Burqas are much less degrading than drink beads, right? Third, you might want to lose the clitorectomy and the stonings of the rape victims, okay? At some point, you're going to have to realize that the rest of the world sees you as the drunk cousin at the barbecue that we know beats his wife, but we don't want to deal with it unless you do it in front of us. Well, you did it in front of us on 9/11, and now, whether you like it or not, we're pulling an intervention. Hi, Pat. Okay, last week, over 1 million, Shiites marched on Kabbalah and slicing up their heads in kind of a religious devotion thing. So the point is, can we deal with the Islamic, the real fundamentalists without violence? Easy, Al?
Colin, after dealing with the nuns at Catholic school, any group that hits themselves in the head for religious reasons is okay by me.
As long as they keep their hands to themselves, is that it?
That's right. And they're easy to pick out. You have a gash on your head, you're easy to pick out in the crowd.
That's true.
So they don't threaten me.
What do you guys think about? What do you guys think?
They got boils. That's why they lance it, and that's why there's blood. When you got boils, that's what it is. Who cares if they slice themselves apart? Who gives a damn? Let them get out of the planet. Let them leave town. Who cares?
I got so many subjects. Who cares?
That's right.
I like that, Pat. Thank you.
That is a good point, but there's one other point you guys are missing. When you say who cares about a certain subject, that's the subject.
Not the subject. It's the
we have on the show. Then what am I supposed to do?
Not the subject. Not the subject. The fact that they cut themselves up.
That's right. Let them call them kill themselves. Get rid of them and then bring in fresh blood.
The reality is that Islam is a violent and intolerant religion. I don't know anything about it, but that's what my friend.
They make the mafia look gay.
So they make the mafia look gay.
That's right. You heard what I said.
But pay attention. Pat's loaded for bear tonight.
Oh, he's really ready. My dad is really ready to go.
But do you think do you think that we should? What are we going to do about this situation?
Leave it alone. Take a walk.
We can't
let them drop dead.
Thank you.
Tell them to go screw themselves. The hell with it.
What about what, Colin?
All of a sudden,
we want democracy and freedom over there, so we got to let them worship.
They don't want freedom. You want to play with their camels. Give me a break. That's all they know. Camels and goats and no love for the women.
But we're over there right now. Okay, you think those guys are going to look good doing that kind of stuff in the Halliburton, employee lunchroom? We're doing business over there, aren't we?
Well, the whole point of this war, wasn't it? It was to stop the terrorism, make ourselves safer. If we allow an Islamic extremist state to form, that's not going to make us any safer.
Now you're going to have problems. Now you're going to have 2 sets of warriors. You're going to have the Shiites, and you're going to have the Kurdish or the Shiites or the Shoots, whatever you call those people there. They're fighting each other. They all wear the same sheets. You don't know who the hell's the Shiites, who's the Shiites, who's the Kurdish.
See?
Give me a break.
He's got a point.
I know I got a point.
I think we've summed it up.
Say about that, Jack?
Yeah. We're going to take a quick turn.
Taking a quick break from the Shiites.
It's like watching tennis.
It's like going to a religious study. We got our own problems with violence here, by the way. This week, the shooting of the model in New York City.
Yeah.
Then you had that principal in Pennsylvania, the school kids in New Orleans. What's going on now? It's like, let me ask you something. What are they going to do, whoever the hell I was supposed to ask this to, about all the shootings in school? Is there a way out of this?
Yes, absolutely. I'll give you the answer.
Okay.
Those who shoot, you shoot them. And that's the end of that story.
That's right.
That's a good point.
I didn't say a damn thing.
You got to turn around. When these guys now, they're going to turn around and put bulletproof things in the bank. You don't do that. You tell the next guy that robs this bank, I'm going to whack you out. Dead. That's it. No more fooling around.
He's got a good point.
I know I got a good point.
Wait, 2 seconds to check and make sure his prostate gland is all right, because he's really going nuts. Dad, I'm concerned about you.
You got your 2 seconds. Go to work.
You all right? You okay?
No, check
I'm
it.
having a nervous breakdown. That's why I make a lot of money.
Check his pacemaker real quick. You okay? All right, he's all right. Let him go. Okay.
That's my man.
Any kid that shoots his principal shows a lack of imagination. If you want to drive your teacher crazy, you did it slowly over a period of time. Any pussy can pick up a gun.
Right. Now, that's a good point. Greg, NRA, are they responsible for this? What do you think?
I don't think the NRA is responsible, but it's like, you know, we have some sort of constitutional right to bear arms, I guess. But
What do you mean,
know,
I guess?
Well, because it's not clear. I mean, you know, you read that.
It's not clear.
It's not clear. You read the language in the Constitution. Who knows what the original intent was? I mean, you guys were there. What
No,
were you
let me
thinking?
tell you something.
The point is.
Let me tell you something.
No, the point is, it's not clear. But there's not clear that there's an unlimited right to bear arms. Like you look at the NRA, it's one thing to say, okay, you have some general right to bear arms as a state, but it doesn't say, you know, you could have bazookas, you could have, you know, I mean, and there's also like they don't accept any limitations on the right at all. Like California, for example, had a written test, and which is basically a literacy test, and the NRA is saying that's wrong because there shouldn't be a literacy test to own a gun. If you can't read, you shouldn't own a gun.
I'll give you one
offense,
better.
Patrice.
I'll give you one better.
I'm just saying.
I don't
He
pay
said I
attention.
can't read. Listen to me. This is another
Wait,
thing.
put
and
your
I
hand down, you
Let me
robber.
give you one better. Just let me get this point across. I was in the service. When they found out I was an Italian, they gave me a spoon. They wouldn't give me a gun. I swear to God. They put me in the kitchen. That's why I can't shoot nobody when I can hit you with a spoon. There's your answer.
Oh, Rambo had a lot of guns.
Rambo. He knows Rambo. I need that.
Again, man, I hate to make this racial, man, but you only get concerned when white people are doing this, man. This is an NRA thing, and when white kids kill their
Well,
teachers.
because if it's
when
trying
the
to-
gangsters
you
are killing
know,
each
you
other
say
in
anything about
Harlem, you don't
cultural
say
law.
nothing, you don't care. You
Yeah,
don't
but
say
it's
about
a-
it. There's
it's
no
a self-
subject matter.
it's a
Well, because
self-cleaning up.
when we do it, it's an exception. You walk
It's
around
not an
loaded for
exception.
bear.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
probably got something on you right now.
You guys invented violence, and when I say you guys white, but not Irish and that, but the color white.
Listen, here's the point. Point is, whatever you say about race, but do you believe in guns or gun control? Because I think if that principal had a gun, he would have opened his desk and blasted him.
You only believe in gun control when it's affecting close to you.
You're right,
When it's,
that's all we
when it's
think about.
affecting close to me,
It's
then it's not gun control.
It's self-control, not gun control.
Gun control. I mean, people should be allowed to have guns, but there should be licensing requirements, and there should be some limitations, waiting periods.
Right.
You can't wait 3 days. I mean, yes, sometimes you have to shoot somebody right away, but it should, you should be able to
But most
wait
of the
3
people
days.
that's doing the shooting are people that are going to get these permits, and they're people with permits for guns.
That's not true.
The gangsters are getting permits. The people that
Well, that's exactly the
If I had
point.
a gun
my people are shooting each other.
If I had a gun right now, I'd shoot myself right in the mouth because of this segment. More socially relevant commentary with deep psychological underpinnings when we return. All right. Now, I know this is going to kill the hand that feeds us, whatever the expression is, but they're saying that Americans watch, they said white Americans watch 58 hours of TV a week. Black Americans watch 75 hours of TV a week. Now, do we watch too much TV in general? I know that when I come home, I put the TV on because I feel scared if it's not there. Don't you feel weird?
Blacks watch the radio.
They watch the radio?
That's their problem.
Say something.
He's my father. I can't.
Let me ask you something, Patrice. What do you think about that stat, first of all?
First of all, who's doing these statistics? It's got to be somebody white. Second of all, black people don't. Black people. The reason you might think we watch a lot of TV is because a lot of us fall asleep with the TV on. Thank you. So.
It is.
Thank you, baby. And
But there are more black shows on now. You got your WB, UPN.
First of all, the WB. That's the WB don't even have black shows on them.
No.
None.
UPN does,
They
right.
used to, and they canceled all the black shows and put Dawson's Creek and all that.
Yeah, they have all the young
little
white
gay
shows.
Superman thing that you watch and all that other stuff.
But the UPN still has all those one-name comedians that we never heard of, but they sell out.
You've
North
heard of them
Carolina
all. Which
stadiums.
one? Name one.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, here at the St. Louis Technodome, it's Peabody. I don't know.
Peabody. D.L. You got to name them
As long as
all.
you have
D.L.
one name.
Flex.
You're right, though. That's good, Patrice, and I appreciate that as a fellow comic. I was kind of exaggerating, and you go, you've heard of them all. Yes, I have in real life, but I was trying to be humorous, you son of a bitch.
And of course, blacks watch more TV. There's not a hell of a lot to do in jail. It's like,
Before you
Coming
joke,
from a Puerto Rican, that really counts.
well, you know,
You
they
watch
just
any black shows on TV with any black people?
Does anybody watch any white shows? Who watches Friends? Who watches this stuff?
I don't know.
I've never seen it in life.
What do you watch? You don't watch any shows with white people on?
I try not to. I try hard.
Sopranos?
Never watched Sopranos. Never seen Friends. Never. Shut up.
Latin people have different shows. We watch mostly those Spanish network shows. Those are the #1 shows. And then the #2 show is the static that comes on your screen when your illegal cable's cut off.
Right.
I watch the Latin shows. They only got one word they consistently. Corazon, 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 and corazon. Let's get to know all the other words. Everything's corazon. That means my heart. So every Latin song you hear is my heart.
It's true,
How much heart can you have?
It's true.
What the hell are you talking about, Pat?
This is education,
He's
brother.
watching the
Does somebody
radio.
have a defibrillator? He's dying.
No, listen.
Corazon. I thought he was having a stroke.
What you do? You know what? This subject. Let's talk about. Well, first of all, let's talk about California. They have protests going on. This time they're saying standardized tests are racist. But the point is this: if you do decide to make tests, culturally relevant, what are you going to have? Some tests like some math tests like if Jamal travels 6 miles in his Escalade to the other side of Crenshaw, how many 8-tray Crips will it take 2 hours to get 16 9mm past the 5.0 to pull a 187? Do you think standardized tests are racist, sir?
Why do we make a big epic out of stupidity? All you gotta do is be a nice person, do the best you can, and die. That's the end of it.
Actually, the answer is 7 Crips.
7 Crips. Yeah. Thanks very much, Al. He's sitting there doing his thing.
Hey!
And that's no offense to the man in red, by the way.
We're going to do a buddy movie.
You guys?
Yeah.
You should do a buddy movie. Like the straight Midwestern guy and like the, half mad blood from like, Kansas City or something.
I'm not half mad.
No, well, all right.
You guys should do a buddy movie.
Who?
You two.
Pat? No.
Old and older.
Wait. How old? Listen.
Pretty damn good.
First of all, I'm really big the spiked hair scooter. When did that happen? That's what I want to know.
Well, he's got a point there, Greg.
Yeah, really, hip-hop.
I mean, let's face it.
When did this happen? You used to be Hispanic, and now you're, I don't know, Jimmy from Jersey.
Look, a lot of
Aha, hit Frankenstein.
Listen, settle down there, Ton DMC. Look, a lot of
My singers will be gone.
Let's go back to all right, we'll go back to the other subject. We can. Your wish is my command. Let's go back to it. We're talking about TV, right?
Right.
All right. Black people watch, like he said, a lot of times you'll be, if you have ever been in any kind of holding facility, suddenly it's like 6 brothers go, yo, put on Maury, man. But the white guy sitting back like this.
There's no Nielsen boxes in prison, man. It's all from this Nielsen.
I know. Once again, we're trying to be humorous, but I'm sorry. Shut up. Tell me this. There's no Nielsen boxes in prison. Hey, thank you, literal ass. Why did you just...
I'm just saying. I'm trying to
just not putting you out doing my
false statistics, man.
You're right.
And white people always
Why do you think
how come there's no white entertainment television? There is white entertainment. Every other channel, except for BET, is white entertainment television. That's right. Thank you.
But look, the fact is, black people, it's an obvious point that black people and white people view television differently. I mean, I've seen a lot of black comics, and it's true. Black people, they talk to the screen, they're cool, and white people watch TV, and they're like, Bernice, fix me an herbal tea.
Well, that's a cultural thing. That comes from church. You go to white church.
What is he talking about? He's just mocking the entire idea of comedy and people doing that.
I know what he's talking about. You answer me yet?
I'm sorry, Pat. You've been obsessed with your kid. You complained over the weekend because they made a couple of phone calls to you.
Phone calls? It was an epic. I thought I was doing Gone with the Wind with this goddamn show. All of this is a half-an-hour show. They cut me calling. Can you don't say this? Say hello. Go boy. Come over here. Here's another fax. Leave me alone already. This is not Gone with the Wind. This is not a career movie.
That's right.
I'm finished anyway. And you're the future. I rehearse every Thursday to die. Give me a break already.
Don't leave me alone with these people. Come back after the commercial. Yo, West Indian. It's one of the country's fastest growing franchises. Why do I have to say one of the country's fastest? I don't know. So, announces they're opening a new store every 16 hours. Okay? And in Mexico's La Jornada Sol, the headline reads, vast job opportunities around in wonderful world of plenty. I'm not, what the sad thing is? Years ago, I'd be like, wow, I'm not even interested in what happened. Don't care. Been in the business too long. Jaded. Half miserable. Doesn't matter to me. Now, the big movie coming up right now is X-Men 2. Lots of people are hoping to see that one. But in Palestine's newspaper, Al Ayam, how much you want to bet this is the Mexican thing? The headline reads, Jews in Hollywood make millions from unnatural mutant violence. Oh. In Minneapolis, no excuse for that one. That was the right picture. In Minneapolis, hundreds of fans rioted and looted after Minnesota won the college hockey championship, and it caused $1 million worth of damage. Or it was $100,000, but I'm getting desperate. The Baghdad paper, Al-Balbil, takes a more optimistic view of what happened. They say, Minneapolis liberated. You know, what can I say? I'm 9/10 of the way through it, folks. No backing out now. You live and learn. Sometimes on national TV, sometimes when they give you the old heave-o. All right. Now, I'm not free of this either. Here's an interview I did with Entertainment Weekly a while ago. Look at the same interview when it came out in Source magazine. Cracker cracks wise on corrupt comedy channel. Holla back. We'll be right back. They said I was sloppy and unprofessional. That's ridiculous. Hi, folks. Anyway, one thing about America is that we're known for our tolerance of all different groups, right? Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's, you know, in today's crazy, wacky world, what other group, because a lot of people are getting intolerant of Islam over here, what other group would you be intolerant of? Do you feel we're too tolerant of? Mr. Pat.
Producers of movies and TV shows like The Sopranos and always portray the Italians as mobsters. Sure, we kill a few people, 10 or 20 or 30, but that's another story. What about the sweet old Italian grandmothers who stand over a hot stove cooking the gravy all day? What about the greeters who don't wear 10 pounds of golden chains? What about the few innocent priests who haven't molested little boys? But as an Italian, the real reason I'm pissed is that I auditioned for The Sopranos. They told me I wasn't Italian enough. Hey.
Well, you do look kind of Irish, Pat. I mean that as a compliment. Anyway, Allan.
The one group we should no longer be tolerant of is overindulgent parents who bring their baby strollers into restaurants. They roll in these 8-wheel monstrosities with their noisy rugrats to the edge of a table blocking an aisle and leave them there. The parents then look around beaming with pride as if to say, look at what we created. Hey, nitwits, the only thing you've created is a major obstacle for other patrons and the waitstaff. The strollers are too big. Carry the kid in a papoose like a Navajo, and maybe you'll burn some calories off your ass as well. Now that's multitasking.
Yeah.
All right. Pat, even though I love all the comedian things, I try to discourage applause.
Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to lay down here? What is your problem? I'm not the only one here. Bug the black guy for half an hour.
Patrice.
I like his racism better because it's old school.
Somebody's really being tolerant of old white actors making awful movie after awful movie. John Travolta is still riding that Pulp Fiction train. He's been back to Look Who's Talking for him for the last 10 years. Let Denzel Washington make Battlefield Earth and he'd be hosting a game show by now. And then there's Bruce Willis, Kevin Costner, Stallone. They're all finished, and I'm tired of pretending that Arnold still has muscles. He looks like Pat Cooper. I'll be back from where? Colon surgery? I'd rather see Allan Havey in his deleted scenes from Knockaround Guys.
Greg Giraldo.
We've been way too tolerant of homeless guys with dogs. Look, I've drank enough in my life to have sympathy for a good old-fashioned crackhead drunk. But these guys with dogs bug me. They're usually young punk rock squatter types pushing the emotional buttons of every stupid animal lover that'll step over a legless Vietnam vet to put $1 in the cup of a 19-year-old with 50 piercings and a puppy. You know, if you put half the effort into school that you did turning your face into a tackle box, maybe you wouldn't have to whore out your dog for smack money.
That's our show, folks. We'll be here burning at the stake. If I can find a store that sells steaks at this hour. So good night, and you are it, bear.